Chapter 13 Nuclei. The first topic is mass energy relation. So this is Einstein's mass energy equivalence. So according to Einstein's mass energy equivalence, the equation is E is equal to mc square, where E is the energy and m is the mass of the body and c is the velocity of light, that is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So in Einstein's mass energy equivalence, that is in the Einstein special theory of relativity, Einstein shows that E is equal to mc squared. So in special theory of relativity only he showed that E is equal to mc squared. Here c is the speed of the light in vacuum, which is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. The above this equation expresses the equivalence between mass and energy. So this equation suggests that even when a particle is at rest, this equation suggests that even the particle is at rest having a zero kinetic energy, it still possesses the enormous amount of energy. So that energy is because of its mass. So Einstein shows that even the body is at rest, it will possess the energy. That energy is enormous amount because of its mass. So that's why at rest, any body at rest, the mass of the body is m0. So the rest mass energy is, according to Einstein mass energy equivalence, is m0 c squared. So the mass of the particle measured in the frame of reference in which the particle is at rest is called rest mass. So it is denoted by m0. Thus the total energy of a particle is the sum of the rest mass energy and the kinetic energy. So total energy is potential energy plus kinetic energy. Here he says that rest mass energy and the kinetic energy. Clearly the mass of the particle is greater than the mass of the particle at motion. So very simple, mass of the particle is greater when it is at rest. So mass of the particle at motion is greater than the mass of the particle, same particle is at rest. That is the statement given by the Einstein. That is also true. So as the mass and energy are convertible into each other, that is mass can be converted into energy and energy can be converted into mass, we cannot define the separate laws for law of conservation of mass and law of conservation of energy. So we need to define the unified law of conservation of mass and energy, that is the law of conservation of mass energy. According to law of conservation of mass energy, it states that the sum of the mass energy of a system of particle is the same before and after interaction. That is the before and after interaction, the total sum of will be equal. The sum, that is a conservation of energy. So the mass can be converted into energy, the energy can be converted into mass. That is a statement given by mass energy relation in the mass energy equivalence of the Einstein's equation. So Einstein explained this in the special theory of relativity, where E is the energy, m is the mass and c is the velocity of light. So at rest the mass will be m0. If the body is in motion, the mass of the body will be greater than the rest mass. So if the body moving with the velocity of light, the mass of the body is greater than the rest mass of the particle. So we need to define the new laws, that is a law of conservation of mass and energy. So this law states that before and after interaction the total mass energy will be constant, that will be same. So this mass energy relation can be easily explained by the nuclear concept. So in nucleus only, the mass defect concept only, we can easily say that mass energy relation very simply. So we know that our topic is a nuclei. So in an atom, in the center it has a nucleus. According to Rutherford alpha scattering experiment, the Rutherford suggested that all the positive particles in the atom will be concentrated at the center of the atom, that is called as a nuclei. So this lesson clearly explains what is the nucleus and what are all the properties. Very simple. So in the lower class itself we are studied that Z is equal to atomic number, that is a number of electron is equal to number of protons. That is the total number of electrons is equal to total number of protons. Then mass number is a number of protons plus number of neutrons in the nucleus. So the mass number only taken as a atom weight. So electrons mass is very less than that of the mass number of the mass of the proton and mass of the neutron. So the mass of the proton is 10,000 times more than 10,000 times bigger than the mass of the electron. Thus the atomic mass only we can say that nucleus, mass of the nucleus plus mass of the neutron plus mass of the proton. So atom mass is equal to nuclear mass. So we are neglecting the electron mass for calculating the atomic masses. Here Z is atomic number, A is a mass number, Z denotes a number of electrons that is equal to number of protons because atom is a neutral one. So number of negative charge must be equal to number of positive charge. Then proton will present only in nucleus. The electrons are revolving around the nucleus. In that only the number of electrons and the number of protons are equal. So mass number is number of protons and plus number of neutrons inside the nucleus. The particle present inside the nucleus are called nucleons. So it is called as nucleons. Proton and neutron are called as nucleons. So nuclei is comprises of proton plus neutron. So number of proton and number of neutrons are varied for different elements. So what is the total mass of the proton in an atom? So number of protons is Z number of protons. Mass of the one proton is MP. So the total mass of the proton in an atom is Z into MP. MP is the mass of the one proton. Z number of protons present means that is ZMP. So the total mass of the neutron in an atom is, what is the number of total number of nucleons in that? It is a P plus N is a total number of nucleons A. So A minus Z we put means Z is a P. So P plus N minus P is minus P and plus P get cancelled, N only. So A minus Z is a number of neutrons. Mn is a mass of the neutron. So mass of the one neutron into total number of the neutrons is total mass of the neutron. So the mass of the protons and mass of the neutron is a mass of the nuclei. So total mass of the nucleus is ZMP plus A minus ZMN. So this is the calculated value of what is that? Nuclear mass. But actually it is measured, it is found that the mass of the nucleus is M. This mass of the nucleus M is less than that this calculated value. So this is a very remarkable discovery and a remarkable point in the nuclear physics. So scientists found that the calculated value of the mass, nuclear mass is less than that of the measured value. So these values are same. The mass of the neutron and mass of the proton, everything is accurately correct, and Z value, A value, and everything is correct. But even though the scientists didn't understand why the mass of the nucleus is not at all happens for the measured value. So Einstein gives the solution by using Einstein mass energy equivalence. He says that this is the expected value. If there is a 10 protons, Z is a 10, so 10 protons plus 7 neutrons are present in any nuclei means this is the calculated value of mass, nuclear mass. We know that what is a 1 proton mass, then multiply with 10. We know that what is a 1 neutron mass, multiply with 7. We get the total mass of the calculated value of the mass. But actually, if you take that atom, measure the mass of the nucleus of the particular atom, we get M value. This M value is less than that of this calculated value. So if you subtract these two things, we get a small amount of the mass difference. That mass difference is called as a mass defect. This mass difference is called as a mass defect. So what the Einstein says that means inside the nucleus there is a proton repulsion will be there. So this proton repulsion definitely makes that nucleus unstable. But what is happening actually? Nucleus is stable. The proton repulsion is there. Even though there is a more number of proton repulsions are there, nucleus will not break down, or the stability of the nucleus is not breaks because there is a extra force, there is a additional force act inside the nucleus. That force is called nuclear force. That energy is called nuclear energy. So what is the nuclear energy? The energy will be possessed by, this energy will be supplied by this mass, this missing mass. This is a calculator expected mass, this is the actual measured mass. So some amount of the mass is missing. This mass only converted into energy. That energy only makes the proton repulsion bind together. So that is the binding energy of the nucleus. That will be clearly explained by Einstein mass energy equivalence. So what is the binding energy? Binding energy of the nucleus, which is equal to mass defect into c squared. So this is the energy required for the each and every nucleus to bind together without breaking. So that is the relation given by Einstein mass energy equivalence. This is the best example. Mass defect concept in the nuclei is the best example for Einstein's mass energy equivalence. So what is the packing fraction of the nucleus? Is packing fraction of the nucleus is defined as mass defect by the mass number. So packing fraction of the nucleus, which is equal to mass defect by the mass number, is called packing factor. So we can say that